Good evening to all our participants. We warmly welcome you to this awareness session. As Ms. Aisha said, my name is Isuru Premaratne. Currently, I am the acting director of the Center for IT Education Services. Let me share the PowerPoint slides with you. Please, right. So, actually, today's presentation that I prepared. The aim of this presentation is to make you aware on the Open University of Sri Lanka and its role in the higher education system in our country. And also the study method of OUSL, it's slightly different from other universities. So we will have a look at that. And of course, the degree program that you will have, probably you will be selecting in future, the degree of Bachelor of Software Engineering Honors and the Faculty of Engineering Technology. So we will discuss about that as well. And also to provide you an opportunity to obtain certain clarifications on our study program and how it functions. All right, in this presentation, the contents are categorized like this: open and distance education, Faculty of Engineering Technology and its programs, and also the Bachelor of Software Engineering Honors degree. Okay, I think this concept, the open and distance education, is somewhat new to you all. So we must first have a look at the concept. What is openness and what is distance education? Simply, we can say that write your own story of success. So that means it's some sort of a customized education for you. Unlike in other universities or even in schools, we have a flexible learning method. So that's why we say that you can write your own story of success. Let's see how this openness and the distance education applies to you. First of all, we'll have a look at what is open education. As you can see here, the entry to the university is open. Anybody over 18 years of age, that means an adult, can join the OUSL. And with ordinary level examination qualification, that means with GCE O level, you can enter our university. And you know that in other universities, they select students based on the advanced level ESET score. And of course, there's a very high competition for that. But in OUSL, we do not consider the ESET score. The only thing is a pass at the GC advanced level examination, or even with ordinary level qualification, we have foundation level courses to enter the degree programs. And more importantly, you can study at any time from anywhere. Anytime from anywhere. That means you do not need to attend the regular lectures. You can study at any time you prefer. And of course, from anywhere. Not only at the university, you can study at your home or even at your workplace while traveling. So that's why we say that you can study from anywhere. And there's a very good feature in our study method, the flexibility. Flexibility means you can obtain a customized set of courses. There's no restriction for the selection of courses. You can take what you can do. So if every year you can obtain the preferred number of courses and study at your own pace. And this applies to employed students. You can study while you are working. I'm sure that some of you are already employed. That means you cannot enter another university, a conventional university, because they are having regular lectures according to a timetable. But here in OUSL, as long as you can study at any time from anywhere, you can learn while working. And also, if you have more work to do, you can obtain less number of courses and study at your own pace. And finally, you can see that those with relevant qualifications, in addition to entry qualifications, can obtain exemptions for relevant courses. That means if you have already done, let's say, for an example, a diploma or a certificate, so we consider those prior qualifications as well. So based on these qualifications, we can grant exemptions for courses in our curriculum. So it's a very good feature. Based on your qualifications, we give exemptions, and that means you need to do less number of courses in our curriculum. Right. So let's have a look at the study method in OUSL. As I told you earlier, it's somewhat unique to OUSL. In modern learning methods, we have the learning management system. We say LMS. Actually, it is a web-based learning resource set. All the time, you need to log into this virtual classroom environment. That is the learning management system. All the resources, announcements, messages will be available in this LMS class. So unlike attending a regular lecture or a classroom at another university, in this learning management system, you can get all information at any time. And we have a method called day schools. Day school is not a type of a lecture, but here in the day school, you can meet your teacher or more than one teachers. At that time, you can clarify the subject content, ask questions, which will be helpful for learning. And there will be like 2-3 day schools, maybe 4 per each course. And mainly the study material or the lecture content actually will be given to you by this printed self-study course material. So we'll discuss about that later. But for time being, let's say the printed self-study course material is the main type of content delivery in year 1 and 2. In our degree program, almost all the courses in year 1 and 2 are provided with printed course materials. Simply, we can say they are books. And then, of course, we have a set of audiovisual and multimedia material. Other than the printed material, we have audiovisual materials. That means educational videos, some audio recordings, as well as multimedia content. These will be, of course, delivered in the LMS. And in our study method, it is very important that we have industrial training. We need to place you to the industrial training, and thereby you can get an exposure to the real industry. And that is a compulsory component in our Bachelor of Software Engineering honors degree program as well. In addition to this, there are lab sessions, design classes, workshops, guest lectures, and many more learning methods. Here you can see an example of the learning management system. We have taken a sample course, which is a compulsory course for your program as well. Now you can see here all the information such as the contact details of the teachers and the activity schedules, what are the course materials available. Everything is well explained in this learning management system. Usually, you can see on the right hand side of this slide the content of the LMS: announcements, discussion forums, assignment submissions, scheduling, grouping, interactive lessons, online quizzes, and links to videos, that means links to other lesson materials, and most probably soft copies of all the materials available in the LMS. So whenever you register for a course, it is very important to check this LMS regularly. And also we have a very good mechanism that whenever we post something like an announcement or a discussion forum post, all the participants of this class will receive an email notification. So with that email notification, you can directly log into the LMS and see what is happening there. So we usually recommend you to check the LMS regularly. It is like attending a physical classroom, but the difference is you can do it at any time you prefer. Even during the night, daytime, you can log into the LMS and see the latest updates on the course. I have taken some examples for study materials. Now, as I said, mainly year 1 and 2 courses like levels 3 and 4 are provided with printed course material. You can see an example of a OUSL course material here with the red color strip. Red color represents our faculty of engineering technology. And in this kind of a book, you can see all the content is well explained. We can see an example in the next slide as well. The most important thing is these books are specifically written for distance mode education. That means it's easy to understand. We use simple language. Unlike traditional textbooks, here in OUSL course materials, the language is very simple. And there are activities for self-evaluation and some self-assessment questions. A lot of activities are there. So reading this book is not just reading, but some kind of interaction, because you need to complete some activities and attend to some other links. That means it's kind of an interactive reading. And as you can see, there are audiovisual materials. These are specially developed for education. You can see here, we have in our OUSL, we have a education technology and media unit. There are audio recording studios, audio visual studios, post-production units. So there we create dedicated educational videos. And of course, in addition to these materials and AV materials, we give you some online activities. For example, online quizzes. The quiz will be available in the LMS and you can do it at the preferred time, or sometimes we assign a specific time to complete the activity. So that is also kind of a unique feature in our study method. Here I have taken an example, 2 pages from one of our course materials. On your left hand side, you can see the activity, right? And there are diagrams, paragraphs, and you can see here the language is very simple, right? Simple English is used, that is specifically for distance education. And there are links to other videos. So we refer to videos that we have produced at OUSL, and sometimes we refer to some external resources like YouTube videos and videos available in other learning websites. And we provide all these links in the course material. That means while reading, you can click on the links and you can browse these links and get more information about the course content. In OUSL courses, you can see the assessment types. Mainly the continuous assessment, that is a part of learning actually. While you are reading materials and reading other relevant materials, you need to fulfill a set of continuous assessments. So there are some terminology we use: assignments, mini projects, lab reports, design reports, presentations, viva voce. That means an oral assessment. So these activities, the assignments and mini project submissions, you can do it at home, and submission is available as a Dropbox submission in the LMS. So you can upload the soft copy of these assignments, answer scripts, or mini project reports. And presentations and viva voce. Sometimes we conduct these activities physically at the university premise. Sometimes we conduct them online. Some selected activities, that's why we mentioned that some selected activities will be on site on probably on weekdays and weekends. Some courses we conduct these activities on both weekdays and weekends. And there's a special type of continuous assessment called CAT that will be on site only. And that also we will conduct during weekdays and weekends. This continuous assessment test is a kind of an examination. You need to come to the OUSL regional center, the examination center, and we will be conducting the exam. So during a specified time, you need to answer the paper, exam paper, and submit the answer script. And these assignments and mini projects, you can do them at home. And there are kind of web-based assessments. As I said earlier, the online quizzes is a good example for web-based assessments. That also you can do. Sometimes we ask you to do it at home, but sometimes we ask you to come to the regional center, and at the computer lab of that particular regional center, you can face this web-based assessment. And after completing the continuous assessment, you need to face the final examination. That will be, of course, on-site only, and we conduct examinations at all regional and study centers. And these will be on weekends and weekdays. And then the industrial training, it is also a compulsory activity in our degree program. We will place you to certain places in the industry, and you have to undergo a 6 months continuous training. So thereafter, we will evaluate you based on a report you submit about the work you have done at the placement, and based on your report and the oral assessment, that means the viva voce, we will give you a mark. And there are certain projects to complete during your program, mainly at second year and the fourth year. Fourth year means the last year. So these you need to apply your knowledge that you have learned throughout your program and do something new. Projects again will be evaluated based on a report as well as a presentation, and sometimes followed by a viva voce examination. So this is actually a summary of the assessments we conduct at OUSL. It depends on the course, the type of the course. Sometimes these will be different from course to course. Right. As I mentioned several times, there are regional centers and study centers of Open University of Sri Lanka. Now, in our concept, the open and distance education, now we have discussed about the openness of education, but here we discuss the distance education method. In distance education method, as I said earlier, you need not to come to the main campus all the time. OUSL has a very unique feature called the Regional Education Service. That means we have covered all the districts of the country. Almost in all districts, we have a regional center or a study center. Regional center means it consists of computer labs, course material dispatch units, and also some other lab facilities, and libraries are available. Sometimes we have placed academic or supportive staff there, and temporary residential facilities also available. That means a kind of a hostel but we do not say it as a hostel because it's only for a temporary basis. For an example, if you have an exam to face at a particular regional center, you can go to the center and stay at the temporary residential facility for a certain period. So that facility is also available in all regional centers. We have 9 regional centers, that is to cover all 9 provinces of Sri Lanka. For example, in Western Province, we have Colombo Center, Southern Matara Center, Central Province Kandy Regional Center, Sabaragamuwa Atnapura Center, and in Uva Province, it's Badulla. Eastern Province, it's Batiklo. North Central, it's Anuradhapura. Northwestern, we have Kurunegala Center, and in Northern Province, it's Jaffna Regional Center. And study centers are in other districts, which are not covered by regional centers. And at a study center, of course, you can face exams, and also you can register and renew your registration. And in some centers, computer labs are available, and also course materials are dispatched in all study centers. So thereby, we have actually distributed our educational system all over the island. Right, so let's come to the Faculty of Engineering Technology, the faculty that offer this Bachelor of Software Engineering honors program. In the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, there are 6 academic departments: Agriculture and Plantation Engineering, Civil, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Maths and Philosophy of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Textile and Apparel Technology. Out of these 6 departments, the Electrical and Computer Engineering department is the one that offer majority of the courses of Bachelor of Software Engineering honors program. Some courses, a very few number of courses are offered by Agriculture, Civil, Maths, Mechanical departments as well. In our faculty, the Faculty of Engineering Technology, we have engineering degrees, specialization in different kind of disciplines: civil, electrical, computer, mechanical, mechatronic, even textile. And we have another degree program called Bachelor of Industrial Studies. There also we have 4 specializations, but the Bachelor of Software Engineering honors degree is the one that we are going to introduce today. Is also a degree program offered by Faculty of Engineering Technology. In this software engineering program, we have a kind of intermediate qualification. That is the higher diploma. So once you register for this software engineering degree and you proceed with the degree, at a certain stage, after completing a certain number of specified courses and the industrial training, you can obtain the higher diploma. So this higher diploma is kind of an intermediate qualification which will help you to find the job opportunity as well. So with that job opportunity, you can proceed both in the academic path as well as in your career. So this is another unique feature for OUSL. Unlike in other universities, you can find the placement in the industry, a job, and learn while working. So at the end of this degree program, I mean, at the completion of this degree, you have a well-recognized degree as well as a very good number of experience as well. And also there's an option which is called the Diploma in Software Development, and that is also for this software engineering program. But at this point, you have to exit from the program with this qualification, Diploma in Software Development. Actually, you do not need to think about that. You must think of obtaining the degree and probably the intermediate qualification. This exit diploma is for those who cannot proceed with the degree due to some other reasons. There are certain reasons. So in that case, you can exit with the Diploma in Software Development. So we'll have a look at the content and its nature of our program, the Bachelor of Software Engineering honors degree. Of course, it is a 4 years degree, an honors degree. This can be completed within 4 years. That means you have to full-time engagement, fully engage in your learning. Then only you can complete this within 4 years. That means a full-time student can complete the degree in 4 years. As I said earlier, you can learn at your own pace. That means if you prefer to work while learning, you can obtain a few number of courses per year, and this completion time will be extended. Right? So if you think that you need to do a job and do the degree as well, then probably you can drag it to like 5 or 6 years. But at the end of 6 years, more importantly, you have the degree as well as the career experience. So that depends on your expectations, depend on your work life. So you can choose whatever the amount of courses you obtain per year. And of course, the medium of instruction is English, and more information about the degree or the content will be available in the student guidebook. And you can check it in this web link given here, ou.ac.lk BSEHOEHONS. That is the page of our degree program. Right, so now you will be thinking about whether I can join this degree program. Of course, look at the various number of entry qualifications we have. Passed any 3 subjects in GCE A level in any city. Passed in any 3 subjects. That means physical science, biology, and even commerce, arts. Regardless of the stream you study, any 3 subjects, passes in any 3 subjects, we can register you. And of course, this is excluding the general English and general IT papers. Only the 3 main subjects we consider. And also, there are foundation programs at OUSL, and nowadays it is being called advanced certificates. There are advanced certificates offered by other faculties as well. And if you have already completed such an advanced certificate at OUSL, that also can be considered as an entry qualification. And for those who have done Cambridge Edexcel advanced level examinations, again, C passes in any 3 subjects is allowed. And any other equivalent qualification, that means which we have not included or mentioned here, they can apply, and that has to go through the exemption evaluation committee, and that has to be approved by the Senate. So anything, any other qualification not listed here can request, and the Senate will decide it whether to register or not. And in addition to this qualification, those who have applied need to pass a selection test. The content of the test will be discussed later in this presentation, and that will be held on 20th October. So here, these are the instructions how to apply for our program. The application is available online in the university application portal. Here is the web link. You can go to this web link and apply. The payment, that means the application fee, can be made online through credit debit cards or paying that amount to a People's Bank and bring the voucher. And the application closing date, now it is open. The closing date of application will be 5th of October. Okay, now we have discussed the general information about our degree program, how it delivers, and how the course materials are developed. And now I'm sure that you are having this question. There are many similar degrees available in our country, in other universities. Nowadays, these topics are being always discussed. Information technology, computer science, software engineering. But as a beginner, I'm sure that you are having this question. Are they same? So which one I should select? For that, I would like to invite Professor Uditha Ratnayake, one of the professors in our teaching staff, an experienced teacher in this Bachelor of Software Engineering program. She is one of the founding members of this software engineering program. As I remember, it was started way back in 2008 or 9, around that period. So she has a very good experience in this teaching. So I would like to invite Professor Uditha. Please explain us about this concept, and of course you can continue with the other content of this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Let me explain the key differences between these 3 degree programs: software engineering, computer science, and IT degrees, especially since all 3 degree programs are available at the Open University as well. IT focuses on the practical technological applications in organizational context, that is dealing with systems, networks, and operations. Computer science is more theoretical, focusing on the science behind computing, algorithms, and software development. In contrast, software engineering applies computer science principles to the design and development of software, with a very strong focus on the engineering process and practical implementation. However, when you take the Sri Lankan situation, all 3 types of degree programs cover very similar subjects. However, we have different emphasis on how we deliver these subjects or courses. Let me continue with the rest of the presentation. I think I would share my screen. Okay.
You can share.
Yes, I will share. How do you apply and register? After your application is submitted, please make sure that you do the payment of this ₹750 and submit the receipt. After that only that your application is being confirmed as submitted. When the application is properly submitted, you would be registered in our system and you will get notifications about registration, selection test, etc. afterwards. So for that, you have to complete properly this submission of application. Selection test results will be released after about 3 weeks of the test. I suppose it was mentioned that the date of the selection test. After results are released, you will get the notification to register. That is the time that you will have to pay, select courses, and come to the university and register. These dates are 17th, 18th, 19th of December 2024. If I may explain it again, the process: first you have to apply using the apply online link, pay the application fee, and sit the selection test. And after selection test results are released, you will be called for registration. However, in between, we may open a learning management system and enroll you for that learning management system, where you could be given a practice test on us how to do the selection test and other guidance. That I think Dr. Nalin will explain after my presentation. So let me continue with this airdrop of courses. Once you register, after about 1 month of the academic year, you will get another opportunity to change your courses. At registration, you have to select the courses, pay for that amount that you, what the courses that you select. However, after the academic year starts, after 1 month of the academic period, you will get this add-drop which is the only period given for you to change the courses that were selected. If you want to withdraw or cancel the program, that means if you want to leave the degree program, the 90% of refund you can get if you withdraw during or before the drop date. After that, you can withdraw, but the payments done will not be refunded. You have to participate in the faculty post-registration orientation, which is named Empowering for Independent Learning, and the English course given for all new students from January 2024. We will start the academic year from 25th of March 2025. Sorry, I made a mistake here. It should be January 2025. How do we give you the information on the courses, the classes, lab classes, etc.? All will be given in an activity diary, which we would be preparing and sharing with you by January 2025. After you register, you will get this schedule where you will see when and the day, when and where, what are the dates those activities are scheduled. Selection test is 1 hour and 30 minutes. It is similar to A-level Common General Test. The first paper is 1 hour, which is multiple choice questions. The second paper, which is of 30 minutes, it would be having questions on English comprehension. The test date is written here, 20th of October, from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. It will be held at all regional and study centers of the Open University. It's a paper-based test done on-site. We are emphasizing this because if you have heard from the other Open University students, sometimes we have held online on-site test and sometimes online selection tests as well during the pandemic. So please remember, this year it will be done on one single day at all study centers and regional centers as a paper-based test. An online practice test will be made available after the applications close via the learning management system that I spoke earlier, where you would be all enrolled even before the registration. Please go and check the website, which is given here, www.ou.ac.lk BSE Honours, for updates on what is happening during these days until your registration is completed. After your registration is completed, in fact, all of you will be transferred to a learning management system where you would be enrolled and going through the e-field, what we call Empowering for Independent Learning and other academic activities. All the notifications and communications will be done via that learning management system. There is a compulsory English course, which is at the intermediate level, that as a new student that you would have to do. In fact, though for the degree program or the 130 credits, we include that intermediate course. In case you are not eligible to enter the intermediate course at once, you will have to do the elementary course. So there are 2 English courses this year. This is the first time that we have 2 English courses that is given for new students. How are you going to get selected for these 2 English courses will depend on your O-level or A-level English results. Those details will be given in our website. If according to your O-level and A-level results, if you get selected to do the elementary course, then you will have to do it in the first year and register for the intermediate course in the following year. If you are directly get selected to the intermediate course, then you can finish the course within the in the next year itself. Let me give a brief introduction to the fee structure. One clarification about why does OUSL charge fees. It is mainly because OUSL intake is about 12,000 students. There is no restriction for the number of students that we enroll other than the resources, the physical resources are not enough or not sufficient, but we do take the large intakes, like it could be 500 to even 1,000 in programs. Some programs take even 1,000 students. However, the government funding for the Open University is about 60 to 70% of this cost involved. The recurrent expenditure is to be covered by student fees. Therefore, for the purpose of these printed and audiovisual materials, visiting staff, course tutors, regional services, etc., we have to earn funds from student fee, from charging some fee from the students. OUSL was established by Act and Ordinance on this basis to give an opportunity to those who learn while employed. If we look at the course fee for the software engineering degree program, per credit is charged at rupees 4,190. In the first year, we recommend you to take about 30 credits. In the following years, you may have to take 33 to 34 credits. However, as a new student, as a newcomer, it is recommended that you take 30 credits, complete the 30 credits successfully, and take more credits later. You can pay this course fee in 2 installments. Most of the times, the finance division gives it as 60% in the first installment and 40% as the second installment. However, it could be 50%, even 50% in the first installment and the second installment. Please note that there is an increase of course fees by 10% each year. E-gap means the English for the English courses. There is a set fee, which is 5,500, and there is a registration fee of rupees 3,100. These fees are more explained in the web page and also in the student guidebook. The new student guidebook will be available, I hope, from tomorrow morning latest. So please take a look at that and read it, because there would be a lot of other information there. There is the option to take a minimum of 9 credits if you are not sure of taking the full credit load in the first year or at first. If you are going to take 9 credits, this is how the fee calculation is happening. You have to add this English fee and the registration fee, which would be approximately rupees 8,600. And if you take only 9 credits for the year one, it would be 37,710. And your installment will be calculated with 60% of 37,710 plus 8,600. Sometimes you may wondering what would be the total fee for the program if it is to done in 4 years. It would be approximately 657,000. This is not an exact amount because when students enter Open University, some students may even take 38 credits per year. And in the first few years, they may complete a larger number of courses. Some students may complete a larger number of courses in the final year or closer to final year. As I said, these fees change and the increase is 10% or less. However, it's done on a credit basis. For 1 credit, 10% kind of. So that is why we say it is approximately this amount. You may have to pay more if a longer time is taken, but what happens is why longer time is taken is mostly because when students go and find employment, you may want to delay a bit and take a lesser number of course credits instead of going for the full credit load since you are full-time working. So for further information, please visit the university website and the software engineering website. There's the email address bseinfo@ousl.lk. If you want to get any clarifications via email, if you visit the website, you will see the telephone numbers as well. Thank you, and I will stop here. Aisha, you can continue.
Students, and I'm very happy to be part of this awareness session, which is the first out of 2 or 3 that we will conduct during the application period. So if you have any other friends who are interested, who want to listen to another live session, the recording of this will be available also. They can join the next one. We will announce it on the website. There is one scheduled for the 27th of, the 28th of September. It's on, the link will be on the website. There may be others as well. Before we begin, I would like to get some feedback from you about your background. And Mr. Premaratne will now launch some polls. Please answer the polls as quickly as possible. You will see 6 polls. Take your time and just answer them. And we will show you the results. Here I am trying to let you see for yourself how much diversity there is in one of our BSE intakes, which is very different from other universities, where all the students come from 1 year and they have done the same subjects in the A-levels mostly. We are very different at the Open University, and especially in the software engineering program. So let's take a look at this. Now here first I'm asking when you did the A-levels the first time. So we have about a little over half only are people who did the A-level for the first time this year. Now in any other university, regular university, 100, well not 100%, but they'll be only from 3 years. And then we have another significant number. But we also have 1/6 of them before 2020. And that is a common feature in our intakes. We have many students who have done the A-level some time back. Maybe they are working now or for whatever reason, and they're coming to the university only now. So that's something that is different in the Open University. Here we have less than 40% have done A-level combined mathematics. That's very important. I will mention why later. Similarly, with English, we have a wide range of performances. So if you already are not having done combined mathematics, or you're worried about your English, you will see that there are many other students who have the same situation. And we are going to help you try to overcome those deficiencies. Same with computer programming. How can you teach software engineering to someone who doesn't know computer programming? We believe that we can. So 1/3 of you have no experience computer programming. Before registration, we will try to give you an idea of what that means. What is computer programming? We will give you a lot of material and you can try it for yourself. And if you find that it doesn't suit you, you can either register for only a few courses or you can do something else. But we are trying to give you the chance, even if you have no experience. And we have students who have succeeded with no experience when they came. Are you employed? Quite a lot of you are employed, and that has its own special challenges. We are meant to serve working students, but they have to be very careful about their planning their time and how many courses they take. Finally, you will see that only half of you are having Colombo as the nearest regional center. So that is also a normal feature, or sometimes it's even less than half of our previous intakes, and the others are all over. And I see unusually actually 7% from Anuradhapura. So what we would like you all to do once you register is to get together and work at your center, and so that you can feel as a group without working on your own. This is the kind of information that we need to help you learn efficiently. Topic is the Bachelor of Software Engineering, opportunity, challenges, and support. And a longer version of this presentation will be recorded as a video on YouTube. The link will be put on the website. So we will look at the opportunity that you have in the software engineering program and the challenges that some of you may have, and how we will support you overcome your challenges. And we will let you know again, Professor Uditha has mentioned some of this, what we will do after application, because this is something that only this program does. Even after the application, we engage with students. We do not wait until registration to engage with students. So the opportunity. Software and IT related industries, as you know, or you would have read, even as just a normal lay person, that means that somebody who is not an expert in any field, they are globally competitive and rapidly changing, which means that our companies are mostly working for clients in other countries. More than 90% of the work done by our software industry is for other countries. So they have to meet global standards. And what these companies do is they are exporting knowledge and services. Our garment industry exports garments, our tea industry exports tea. Those are physical things. But here we are not exporting anything physical, but we are exporting our knowledge and our services. So they make software and they supply it to people who want the software, or they run other people's IT infrastructure. Right near the Open University, in a very tall building, there is one company that runs the IT infrastructure of a very large global corporation. Every piece of IT equipment in that company globally is monitored from this center. And that is the kind of thing that is happening in Sri Lanka. And if you are successful, this is the kind of industry that you can join. Now, the industry people often throw around this number that there are 100,000 jobs. Maybe it's not actually 100,000, but definitely thousands or tens of thousands of jobs that they have. But there aren't suitable applicants. Right? On the other side, of course, the Sri Lankan universities, both the state and private universities, produce several thousand IT and software graduates every year. So what is happening? If you join these companies, you have several advantages. One is, of course, competitive salaries. And these companies, if they do take you, almost better than any other industry, they will support you. Because once they hire somebody, they want to make sure they get the best out of that person. They will give you a lot of training and they will give you a lot of mentoring. A senior person will make sure that you are doing everything right, because they are working for the international market, and once you do something, it has to be done correctly. If you work in these companies, you will get globally recognized skills. If by some chance you go abroad, you will be able to fit into the same industry in any other country without a problem, because you are working to the global standards. Now, what the industry wants and what some of the graduates do not have are the following. Most importantly, it is the attitude. There are graduates with first classes who do not have good attitudes. They want graduates who are flexible, who can do different things, who have a can-do attitude. If they are given something to do that is strange to them, okay, they may ask for help, but they will not say, I can't do that. They want graduates who can work in teams, because again, perhaps more than any other industry, software development is done in teams, and sometimes the team members are in some other country also, as you will hear from our student who is going to talk to you soon. And most importantly, you have to learn new things as required. Every year, there are new computer programming languages and new technologies being developed, and we cannot teach you all those things, and we should not. It is our job to make you into someone who can learn new things. We have to teach you the basics, and you have to be able to then learn any new thing at any time as required. Communication skills are a big problem also in our graduates, and in our program, we put quite a lot of emphasis on communication skills at various stages. If you do not have good communication skills, you will not be able to get even an internship or a training place. So that's very important to work on. Technical skills, that is what things we are teaching in the courses, and the bottom of what they want is technical knowledge. Of course, technical knowledge is very important, but what they expect everyone to have technical knowledge, what I have listed on top, attitudes, are what many people do not have. Right? So they are rejected because of poor attitudes and skills, not because of poor knowledge. Now, at the Open University, the Bachelor of Software Engineering, our entry qualifications are any 3 GCE advanced level subjects. We do not include, these 3 subjects do not include, of course, general English and general IT. But any 3 normal advanced level subjects can be in any number of sittings. If you passed 2 last year, that is in 2022, when you passed 1 this year, a different subject, then you will be qualified to come to our program. If you have done the edXL or Cambridge advanced levels, as they do in many international schools, as they're called, then we need not passes, but C grades in any 3 subjects. Those who have diplomas, you see the guidebook, they can come in separately into the program. Of course, we have to pass the selection test. Now, we are not requiring people from the physical science stream. We are not requiring combined mathematics. We are not requiring the advanced level IT subject. If you look at the other state universities or even some of the other non-state private universities, you will see that their programs require some of these qualifications. So what are we saying? Are we saying that anyone with 3 advanced level passes can do the Bachelor of Software Engineering? If that is actually true, then why do we have a situation where the industry doesn't have enough people to take for the jobs that they have? So there is a catch, of course. This program is not for everyone. First and foremost, if all you want is a degree, and this is a question that was asked by an applicant some time back, they asked, can you get a government job with this degree? If you only want a government job, please don't come to do the software engineering program. Right? You can find other degrees that may be much easier to do. Right? This degree is for people wishing to enter the software industry. Software industry is very rewarding, but it also wants very specific things. It wants you to work hard. It wants you to work efficiently with teams and things like that. So if you just want a job, don't come here. Right? This is for very specific purpose. If you are coming to do the software engineering program with our entry qualifications, you should also think what is your background in the following. Computer programming and IT. Have you ever written and run a computer program? As you see, of 100 people here, about 30% have never done that. Mathematics. A significant number, more than half, did not do advanced level mathematics. Similarly, about half of you or a little more do not have A or B in the advanced level general English examination, which is actually a very basic examination. So you may have some weaknesses in your background, but more importantly than all these subjects and things we're talking about is, do you have the attitudes needed by the software industry? When you were in school, did you do any extracurricular activities? Did you do social service either in your school or in your religious institution or as part of your family involvements? Have you taken any subject and learned more than the syllabus? Have you learned anything on your own? So these are also very important attitudes that you will have to have if you are coming to do the software engineering program by distance education. That's extremely important. So once again, can we say, can someone without this background, without the background meaning without perhaps very good English, without A-level combined mathematics, without much knowledge of computer programming and IT, can they do the software engineering program? So what we say, yes, they can. As President Obama used to say when he was the president or in his campaign. We, that is the Open University and the software industry, are there to help you make up for what is missing in your background. Our program works closely with SLASSCOM, which is the Sri Lanka Association of Software Service Companies, which is an industry association. And those companies, in fact, we discuss with them what we should teach and how we should teach it. And we have regular meetings on the curriculum. So the software industry is also very anxious. They are very concerned that any people who come from any program, not just our program, have what they want. Right? So even if you're missing something, you can succeed, but you have to do the work. Right? See, the Open University is a very special university. The other universities are for people who have got high Z scores only. The Open University vision says equitable learning opportunities, which means equal learning opportunities. Some of you may have not had an equal learning opportunity in the advanced level. If your school didn't have physical science stream, and many schools who do advanced levels, I think nearly half of them do not have physical science stream in this country, then you can't do A-level combined maths. Maybe you didn't have computers. Maybe there was no program to teach you programming. So we are known, especially the Open University of the United Kingdom, which we are modeled after that, as the University of the Second Chance. We will help you make up for your weak background in English, starting with the orientation program, which is known as Start at OUSL. We have an English subject, and we have something to help you learn distance learning skills, because in addition to BSE being a difficult, challenging degree program, it is also taught in a new way to you. You do not know distance learning. You have to learn that as well. We have a subject to help you understand what you have to do and how to learn by distance. Then mathematics. Those who did not pass the advanced level combined mathematics, we have this bridging course, which starts even before the actual subject starts. During the Start at OUSL period, we also do a mathematics course. And those who did not pass A-level combined mathematics have to pass that course before they can go on to the maths courses in our program. Then we have many activities to develop your basic programming and IT knowledge. Right? These are optional. If you don't do them, you can still register and you will not lose any marks. But we strongly encourage you to do these things if you don't have the background. Right? So we give you all these things, we set it up for you, but you have to do the work. That's very important. I want to talk about the Future Careers Bridge, which is an important part of the support given by the software industry. This is set up by SLASSCOM. And it is not only meant for university students, or it's not meant only for us, our students, it is meant for anybody. People in school or people who have left school, people who do not have A-levels passed, they can all do this Future Careers Bridge. And if they are successful in these challenges, the industry will invite them to come and join as trainees and see whether they can turn them into software engineers. Right? So I will show you what it is. To this website, which I strongly recommend that the very first thing you should do, I will post this link into the chat. The very first thing you should do at the end of this session, if you haven't done it already, I should have asked actually how many of you have joined this already. I forgot about that in the poll. All of you should go and look at this website, right? So you will, if you are a new user, I'm not a new user, so I should be able to go into this website. And they have various tracks, and we start with this fundamentals one. These are very simple things that you have to do related to communications and IT. So the Future Careers Bridge challenges are mostly related to communication skills, as you will see. I will try to get that up and show you. So we have put them into our first semester course. Our very first semester, or the first 2 semesters actually, it goes over 1 year. We have a course called Communication Skills for Software Engineering, and all these fundamental challenges are incorporated into that. So you have to do these challenges anyway, and you have to also do it if you want to do the Future Careers Bridge. If you want to join that pathway, and that's separate from the Open University, but very important, many of our students have also got success through the Future Careers Bridge, and one of them will talk to you in a few minutes. So you join that, you set up your account, and you do these challenges. Now, if you want the industry to see what you have done, you have to click something. They don't just show all your results to other people. You have to allow industry to look at what you have done, and industry to see who has completed the challenges. Those people, then the industry will write to you and say, why don't you come and have an interview? And the SLASSCOM also do follow-up programs. They take maybe the first 50 people to reach a high score, and they do some other training program for them, and then they go on to jobs in the industry. Right? So this is something that's very important to grasp. If you go and look at this and think, oh, I can't do that, this is too much, I don't want to have somebody else looking at what I have done, then you have to ask yourself whether you want to come to this program at all. So this we have already covered, but I want to summarize again. There are no regular lectures. Even after all this awareness and after registration, students are writing and asking, when do lectures start? There are no regular lectures, like you have been told. You are given a schedule of work to do. There is material you have to learn from. There is a learning management system. Very limited in-person attendance. There are examinations. We have so many centers. Online activities, we try to schedule some of them on weekday evenings, nights, or weekends for the working students, and the non-working students we do it during the daytime. We coordinate through the learning management system. Flexible course selection. If you take fewer courses, of course, you will take more than 4 years. You can try to complete this in up to 12 years, but we would recommend a target of 6 or 7 years so that you keep up with what you have done. You can work while following the software engineering program, and we have many working students, but it's very important to manage your work and study. Now, this is the most important thing which perhaps was not really mentioned. Distance education does not mean less work. Actually, it means more work, because you are mostly working on your own, and you do not easily get the benefit of another student learning something and telling you. Okay, we are trying hard through the learning management system to get students to talk to each other, but it always means more work than a regular university with regular lectures. One credit is considered to be a 50 hours of student work total. To do 33 credits and divide by the number of weeks in the academic year, you will find that full load means 55 hours per week. That means 8 hours per day, 7 days a week. That is a lot of work. So you have to, and that is for people who have the background and everything also. So it's very important for you to understand and take the right number of courses. We don't want to take your registration fee and then you fail, and then you will think I have wasted the money, and you have also wasted your time and our time. So we try hard to counsel you to do what you can manage. You need to have certain resources for this program. It is strongly recommended that you have either you have a computer or you have access to a computer where you live during the week, right? Not just during weekends. Somehow you should have regular access to a computer. You cannot follow this course with only a smartphone. For most of the learning activities, you'll need a large screen. You may need to run more than one program while the web browser is up. A basic computer is enough for the basic courses. Later on, there may be some special needs, but you need to have a computer and a good internet connection at home or wherever that you are going to learn. So these two things are important. You can come to our centers to access computers and internet, but remember there is a demand. So many other students in so many other programs are also using these centers. They are not open in the evenings and on Sundays. So you have only limited time with those places. So it's very important to have these resources. If you don't have them now and you decide to come to this program, you should have them in place by next year. Very important. Even your industry placement, as again you will hear, some of it will be from work from home. So you will need a good computer and internet at home. So after you apply, what we are going to do. Now this is unique to this program. No other program at the Open University does this. As soon as the applications are closed, and even before that, those of you who apply now, by the 3rd week of September, we will enroll you to a temporary learning management system. A temporary one for this application period. In that temporary management system, we will do the following things. We will help you prepare for the selection test. We will answer all your questions about the selection test, about the program. Through that, we will use it for communication, and we will set up support for you in all these areas. We can point you to the UGC course, that's a free course that's available in English. There are plenty of other online resources, mathematics, computer programming. We will have an introduction to software engineering course. We will have special modules. All these are optional. Future careers, which we will help you to work through those challenges. And I would particularly want to mention again, the second place you should go to Future Careers Bridge, and then you should go to the University of Moratuwa site, because that is also completely free and it is set up for anyone to learn by themselves. So I only recommend that you create an account and start looking at these courses. They make you work through the courses one by one. But these are exactly the kind of things that we will also be teaching you. But you can get an idea of what kind of things you'll be learning, and you can decide whether you want to do our program. So this is completely free. It's set up by the University of Moratuwa. Check it out. So to summarize everything, the BSE program at the Open University is the pathway to a rewarding career in the software industry, right? And as you have been told, if you actually finish the program in 4 years, the total fees will be about 650,000 rupees. If you take longer because of our annual fee increase, it will be more than this. The course delivery is mostly online, but there are all examinations, final and continuous assessment tests mostly are on site, and some computer sessions are on site. Then everybody has to do 6 months training on site. So if you are doing some other kind of job, like if you are a teacher, you have to be able to take 6 months leave continuously to do this. Otherwise, you have to think about doing this course. Successful students who have completed some courses and some of the future careers bridge, we allow them to join our career fair, which we have every year after 2 years usually, sometimes even after 1 year. And we invite the companies to interview you, and many students get internships and perhaps later employment through the career fair. Students without much background in English, computer programming and mathematics are welcome, but you need to improve your skills. We will help you immediately. We won't wait for you to register or pass the selection test. We will help you as soon as you apply. Because anyway, even if you don't pass the selection test, you might learn something. If you pass the selection test, we have the orientation program and we have a lot of other support, and you can take an informed decision in December how many courses you will follow. Thank you very much.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank to Dr. Wikramanayake to giving this opportunity to me. Let me introduce myself. I am Balakrishna Paraneethara, third year software engineering student. At the same time, working as a full stack developer at Shield Technology Private Limited. I can remember that day which I was in the first time participating in this awareness session with a confused mindset. That means if I am choosing a correct path or my decision is correct or not. Because I am a student without an IT background or mathematical background. So it's a very confusion at that moment which I was participating in this awareness session. But after participating in the awareness session, I have a little bit confident that if I work hard, I can do this. So after that, the first semester is a little bit challenge for me because I don't know about what to do. That means what to do means I don't have an IT knowledge. So I started to work hard. That means I got to know, okay, I should work hard. That then I have go through several resources that available in LMS, and I started to work other than the resources available in the LMS, because like YouTube resources, and also I follow the which the academic coordinators are telling to follow the courses like a Khan Academy for mathematics, and also Solo Learn for IT, and other than that, Great Learning and edX courses to improve myself. So what Nalin sir said, the improving responsibility is in our hand. So after that, I got to that track and I started to study, and I got the idea. So now I'm in the third year. Successfully, I'm in the third year and second semester. After that, what's tell the future career bridge? It's very, very important because I got the opportunity from the future career bridge. After doing all the challenges, I got the chance for the boot camp. After in the boot camp, I learned a lot. That means how to face a real world interview, because until that I'm a student, I don't know how to face an interview, or how the corporate world is expecting. What are the things they are expecting from us. So after going for that boot camp, first of all, the boot camp is done in the 99X. That is the 99X is a software company. So it is a very nice place. That means I thought I should go there. I want to visit 99X, but I got the chance from the boot camp. After that, they have taught us how to do real world projects like with the other agile things and everything. After that, from the boot camp, they organize in the university also, they organize some career fairs, and also SLASSCOM also organize some career fairs. From that career, after attending that career fair, I got this steel technology. First of all, they had several interviews. That means not directly they got us. First, they shortlisted, and we went and we attend the interviews. And after that, they asked to demonstrate the projects which we have done, because in the in this academic things, we are doing several projects like group projects, and other than that, there are with the Python we can do something. The things, if you come into this subject, you can know it. So for these, all the things are very, very important for our career. So the communication skill, what the sir told, the basic communication, we want to communicate with others. The basic thing in the interview, we need to communicate with others. So that's the other thing. So at like doing this type of things, I am now working in the steel technology. I have completed my internship, 6-month internship, and now almost 1.5 years I have worked in this field technology, and now also I'm working. And also not at sir told, working and studying is very, very hard. You should work hard to do the studies activities and related activities also. So don't think if you are not willing to work hard, this will be very, very challenging. So you should work hard, and you should do more practical things, so you can achieve this. And also remember that it doesn't matter where you start, but how you move forward. That means you should ready to face challenges and ready to do activities. Then this path is a very great path. There are several opportunities if you work hard. So that's all. Can achieve great things if you stick with it. Cheers to all.
Thank you very much, Paraneethara.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Balakrishna Paraneethara.